We've been firm believers that this is a revolution. The internet is a revolution that is greater than the Industrial Revolution. We're seeing today an unprecedented burst of creative energy for building new business relationships and disrupting old business relationships.
You make me feel like a fighter pilot flying a jet over enemy territory, and I've got all these surface-to-air missiles coming at me, and I know they're not all going to hit. Which ones, how do I tell which ones I really need to worry about?
TQM says you take the data and you do what the data says, right? And what is innovation, or what is taking advantage of disruptive technologies? It's going where there's no data.
It's a way of thinking about, as the disruption goes through an industry, how the ability to make money in the value chain shifts from one place to another.
We're working harder at improving the features and functions of our products, but customers seem to value them less.
We set up an entrepreneurial startup venture, is another way of saying we took two people and put them in a corner of the 5th floor.
A lot of startups are wildly successful because they're able to rethink the way that industry model exists.
It's technologically simple. Its success is not predicated upon some big technological breakthrough.
What happens is that when you improve and improve and improve, competing with your existing competitors for the affections of existing customers, that it opens the path for people to come in from underneath you and disrupt you.
Or AOL Time Warner strategy is really predicated upon huge new growth markets emerging at the high end. And if a huge new growth market emerges at the high end, it'll be the first time in history.
Potential disruptions and sources of vulnerability that you may or may not be seeing.
And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. That's what disruptive technologies are all about.
If you think about existing markets, it's sort of each market is a silo, and it's the grass between each silo.
Pick a target market segment and then focus very narrowly on that segment. Try to get as much vertical integration within that one segment as you can, and don't get distracted by the stuff on either side.
I'm really coming to think that for an established company, they don't have to create the market. As long as they've got this mental model and they're looking at that space, they can acquire.
We've invested in several different models that we think will basically destroy and recreate our business in a different way.
I developed this litmus test that I wanted to screen all the disruptive ideas through, and these are the points.
Startups have an unfair competitive advantage against large companies.
But that's really what this is talking about. Out-of-the-box thinking, higher technology risk, stronger market focus. It's really all about a new value system.
And he said, it's obvious what to do, I just don't know how to do it. To put money into low-margin disruptive businesses and still invest at the high-end sustaining businesses.
We were told, don't worry about whether your products will cannibalize existing business. Don't worry about it, because we'd rather have you do it than one of our competitors.
Consumers don't have a very good record of delightedly leaving a product that's better for a product that's worse. It's the right answer to the wrong question. I really want to be careful if I'm managing an innovation project to think independently. Not just do I have the resources to succeed, but is the organizational context in which they're putting me to work going to enable me to succeed because it fits with its processes and values. And I never want to say yes to a project where they're putting me to work in an organization that will doom me to failure.